Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor to invite the Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab to kindly come forward and address the conference.
Before I begin my talk, may I please have the permission to play a video?
Prisons are among the most complex institutions of the state. Behind their walls are not merely inmates, but human lives, legal processes, staff, visitors, and the constant responsibility of governance. Punjab's prison network comprises 45 correctional facilities, designed for around 39,200 inmates, but currently housing nearly 69,000 prisoners, an occupancy rate of almost 170%. This makes Punjab's prison system one of the largest and most pressured custodial systems in the country. Since 2024, under the vision of Chief Minister Punjab, prisons are being reimagined, not only as places of confinement, but as institutions of correction, rehabilitation, welfare, and human dignity. Across Punjab's prisons, inmates are being trained in 23 different trades through partnerships with TEVTA and PVTC. At the same time, 15 prison industries are operating across the system, producing a wide range of items and developing practical, market-oriented skills. These are not merely activities inside prison. They are pathways to discipline, productivity, earning potential, and employability after release. Punjab Prisons is also taking prison craftsmanship beyond prison walls through online marketing platforms, including Daraz, as well as static and mobile display centers. Prison reform cannot be measured by infrastructure alone. It must also be measured by what happens to the mind, the family, and the future of the prisoner. Wider health reforms are underway. Prison hospitals across Punjab are being revamped at a cost of 788 million rupees to improve healthcare facilities for prisoners. All prisoners are screened for TB, HIV, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C. During 2025, 6,396 prisoners were referred to outside government hospitals, while 65 prisoners were admitted to the Punjab Institute of Mental Health, Lahore. Mental health support has been strengthened under the Chief Minister's Prisoners Health Program, supported by color therapy, model barracks, recreational spaces, and the One Barrack One Library initiative, with more than 40,000 books across the system. Religious observances are being facilitated to sustain spiritual connection and emotional well-being. Adult literacy centers across all jails are extending basic education to around 30,000 illiterate prisoners under the Chief Minister's Prisoners Literacy Program. Sports are being used as a reform tool through indoor and outdoor facilities, gymnasiums, and inter-jail competitions that encourage discipline, health, teamwork, and morale. For women prisoners and accompanying children, dignity and care are being strengthened. A women jail in Multan is already functional, while 3 new women jails in Lahore, Faisalabad, and Rawalpindi have been completed and are ready for operationalization. For juveniles, Punjab has dedicated institutional arrangements, including borstal institutions at Faisalabad and Bahawalpur, along with designated juvenile barracks in other prisons, focused on education, character building, psychosocial development, and reintegration. Living conditions are also being improved through model barracks, better toilets, kitchens, water quality, hygiene systems, barber shops, and dignity services. The establishment of wheat grinding units in all prisons has saved approximately 490 million rupees in dietary charges in 1 year. Another first is the establishment of Chief Minister's Prisoners' Welfare Stores in all prisons. Audio and video calling facilities are available across prisons. Family rooms are being facilitated. Interview sheds are being revamped. Visiting area SOPs have been notified. In 2025 alone, 1,827 prisoners were shifted to their home districts. The Mulakat app, introduced in October 2025 for online advanced booking of inmate meetings, has already facilitated more than 45,000 visitors. Free legal aid committees formed in 2024 have benefited around 5,000 prisoners till early 2026. Free biometric verification of prisoners for court affairs has also been started under the orders of the Honorable Lahore High Court. On infrastructure, Punjab is addressing the defining challenge of capacity versus occupancy. Prison projects at Nankana Sahib and Samundri are near completion, and new prison complexes have been planned at Lahore and Sialkot. With future projects at Chakwal, Chiniot, and Murray, additional barracks are being constructed in 10 jails to accommodate 5,376 prisoners. For staff capacity, the Punjab Prison Staff Training College, Sahiwal, has trained more than 2,000 officers and officials in 2 years. Punjab Prisons is also moving towards sustainability. 5 prisons in DG Khan, Faisalabad, Miawali, Lahore, and Pindi Bhatia have already been solarized. Another 13 prisons are planned under ADP 2026 to 27, covering nearly 2/3 of the total prison population. Security and technology are being modernized through the Safe Jails Punjab project, including IT-based surveillance, AI-enabled centralized monitoring, under-vehicle surveillance systems, panic buttons, facial recognition cameras, body and thermal cameras, X-ray body scanning machines, and VMS software. The integrated criminal justice system is creating linkages between prisons, police, public prosecution, probation and parole, and courts. Punjab's correctional system is leaving behind a legacy of confinement and moving toward a modern vision of correction: secure, humane, disciplined, and hopeful. Under the leadership of the Chief Minister Punjab, Maryam Nawaz Sharif, prisons are being transformed into institutions of rehabilitation, dignity, technology, and reform. This is Punjab's new correctional vision: security with humanity, custody with purpose, and justice with hope.
Thank you. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Honorable, revered Chief Justice of Pakistan, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, Honorable Chief Justices and Judges of the Superior Judiciary, my fellow Chief Ministers of Sindh, Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Honorable Federal Minister for Law and Justice, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is both a profound privilege and an absolute honor to address this distinguished gathering at the National Conference on Prison Reforms, convened under the guidance and leadership of the Honorable Chief Justice of Pakistan. I commend the Law and Justice Commission of Pakistan for bringing together all stakeholders to deliberate upon an issue that lies at the very heart of justice, human dignity, and rule of law. Allow me at the outset to pay tribute to the Superior Judiciary of Pakistan for its unwavering commitment to constitutionalism, the protection of fundamental rights, and its continuous efforts to improve the administration of justice. I must also appreciate and admire the first woman Chief Justice of Lahore High Court, who has been relentlessly working to deliver speedy justice and end the decades-long backlog. And Madam, I really commend you for that. This is no mean feat, so hats off to you. I stand before you today not only as a Chief Minister, not only as a Chief Executive of the biggest province of Pakistan, but I stand before you as someone who has looked at prison walls not merely from the outside, but from behind them. And the reforms that I will be talking about today stem from my own personal experiences. I have lived them personally, experienced them firsthand, and that experience, Your Honor, changed me forever. It changed the way I think about justice. It changed the way I understand the responsibility of state towards those in custody. Most importantly, it reminded me that a prison sentence should never become a sentence against human dignity. Your Honor, every reform that we have introduced carries a memory. Every policy that I'm making today carries a lesson learned behind the prison walls, and I did not want these experiences to remain my personal story. I wanted them to become institutional reforms so that no prisoner, regardless of who they are or where they come from, has to endure avoidable suffering. When we speak of prisons, we must look beyond walls, bars, and security arrangements. A prison is not merely a place of confinement. It is a reflection of the values of a society and the effectiveness of its justice system. The manner in which we treat those in our custody ultimately measures our commitment to justice, to fairness, to compassion, to respect, and to human dignity. Punjab operates one of the largest correctional systems in Pakistan, comprising 45 prisons that currently house more than 69,000 inmates, close to 70,000, against an authorized capacity of approximately 39,000. Yet the challenge is not just overcrowding. Nearly 3/4 of our prison population consists of under-trial prisoners. The reality reminds us that prison reforms cannot be pursued in isolation. It must go hand in hand with broader reforms across the criminal justice system. For me, however, these reforms, as I just said, are not merely administrative decisions. Every reform, as I said, carries a memory. Every policy has a human story behind it. My story, my own story, story of thousands. Every improvement reminds me of something I witnessed or experienced myself firsthand. I introduced emergency call buttons across Punjab and alarm bells, panic buttons inside prison cells throughout Punjab. Today, every prison cell is equipped with these emergency systems so that no inmate is ever left without a way to call for immediate assistance. And the assistance comes. When someone calls for help, help must arrive. Human life cannot wait behind locked doors. A prison sentence should never mean abandonment, including my opponents, regardless of the offense they've committed, should be deprived of basic respect, of basic dignity, of basic cleanliness, of basic facilities. We have made sanitation, clean washrooms, proper ventilation, better accommodation, and access to essential hygiene supplies a priority. For women inmates in particular, excellencies, hygiene products are not just a privilege. They are a constitutional right and a matter of basic human dignity. For someone behind bars, ladies and gentlemen, a meeting with loved ones is not merely a visit. It is often the reminder that life continues beyond prison walls. My daughter, my youngest daughter, who has just finished her graduation, was only 13 years old then. And I remember every time she used to walk into the meeting room, she used to leave crying. And as a mother, I know that every mother sitting here, every woman sitting here would identify with that. It was a very difficult time. Prisons also taught me the pain of separation in its cruelest form. While both my father and I were in the same prison, both times, my mother became seriously ill. For days, neither of us could speak to her. We could not sit beside her, hold her hand, or comfort her in her final moments. She left this world while we remained behind prison walls. Today is her birthday, Your Honor, and it reminds me of what she used to say. She used to say in Punjabi, ya ra pe aa jaane ya va pe aa jaane, jis pe guzarti hai wohi janta hai. And she used to also say, jis tan lage so tan jaane. And that led to this, to introduce technology-driven systems, including online appointment facilities for prison visits, structured telephone access, video call services that is now available to every prisoner across Punjab, irrespective of his or her status. Across Punjab, prisons have witnessed significant improvements in visitation facilities, family interaction areas, transport arrangements, and modern audio and video communication systems. At the same time, we have undertaken an ambitious program of infrastructure development, new correctional facilities, additional barracks, specialized Boston institutions for juvenile offenders, dedicated correctional facilities for women, modern training institutions are being established to reduce overcrowding and create a safer, more dignified environment for everyone living and working inside our prisons. Libraries are being enriched with updated books, educational resources, literature, and learning materials that encourage personal growth, flight of fancy, and intellectual development. When I looked around the prison, Excellencies, and my dear lordships, I realized that too many inmates were defined only by their conviction. I wanted our correctional system to see something more. Every prisoner remains a human being with the capacity to learn, to change, and to rebuild a meaningful life. That belief has shaped my reform agenda. We have also revitalized prison industries so that inmates can learn productive trades while contributing meaningfully to economic activity. By connecting these industries with modern marketing platforms and digital marketplaces, we are creating genuine opportunities for rehabilitation, and every prisoner must be given a genuine opportunity to return to society as a better citizen than when they entered. Healthcare is another lesson prison has taught me. And therefore, Government of Punjab has made healthcare one of the cornerstones of prison reforms. Through the Chief Minister's Prisoners' Health Program, comprehensive screening and treatment systems have been introduced for communicable diseases, mental health conditions, and substance use disorders. Jail hospitals are being upgraded, and partnerships with leading hospitals and healthcare institutions have been strengthened to ensure professional medical supervision and continuity of care. Punjab has embraced digital transformations to make prison administration more transparent, accountable, and efficient. Digitization of prisoner records, biometric verification systems, as you saw in the video, integration with national database, and the Safe Jails Punjab project are strengthening governance while enhancing the safety of inmates, prison staff, and visitors alike simultaneously. As we move forward, my dear lordships, we continue to look forward to the superior judiciary, not only as an institutional partner, but also as a source of guidance and inspiration. Judiciary's steadfast commitment to safeguarding constitutional rights and protecting human dignity provides the moral compass for all of us engaged in public service. Together, we can build a correctional system that protects society while respecting the dignity of every individual entrusted to the care of the state. Our vision is clear, Excellencies. Prisons must no longer be a place where hope dies. They must become places where lives can begin, places where education replaces ignorance, where skills replace dependency, where rehabilitation replaces despair, where accountability is balanced with compassion, where justice is strengthened by mercy. Every reform we have introduced is rooted in one simple principle, and that is human dignity. May Allah the Almighty guide us in our collective endeavor to build a correctional system that reflects the highest values of our Constitution, protects the dignity of every individual, and strengthens the foundation of justice in Pakistan. May He grant us the wisdom to ensure that every prison becomes a place where reform is possible, hope is restored, and humanity is never forgotten. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Pakistan Zindabad.
I now have the honor to invite the Honorable Chief Minister of Sindh to address the conference.